Welcome to the Skype Podcast, episode 68 of 69. Here we go, ladies and
Episode
gentlemen.
68, boys. All right. So Huber. This is a very special episode. This is the day after Father's Day when it's coming out, but we're recording this on Father's Day, and we are celebrating
Indeed.
by ignoring our fathers for probably the next hour.
Indeed.
Like real Americans celebrate Father's Day.
I got, speaking of Father's Day, I got my dad like a little card, little squirrel card. It had, what does the fox say? As the, like, little tune. And the squirrel's tail would twitch.
Wait. Wait a minute. You got your dad a Father's Day card. That's a squirrel with a twitchy tail that plays the song What Does the Fox Say?
Yes.
None of those mesh together, but I imagine the card is beautiful.
The card is amazing.
It's like one of those things that just doesn't work, like conceptually does not fit together in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
But it comes together in a ugly but beautiful amalgamation.
It's very nice.
Very lovely. Oh man, yeah. No, so I know the answer to this because it's been the same since the entirety of quarantine started. So how's your week been? What have you been doing?
Just been kind of chilling and vibing. More work, of course, but
getting close to my week off. Which reminds me, next week's episode we have to record before Saturday. Okay. I know our typical thing is that we record on Saturday, or we try to shoot for Saturday, or when we obviously miss that, we hit Sunday. But we need, and I know I'm trying to get a special guest on the podcast next week, but he left me on red, so we'll find out if we'll have a special guest or not. Yeah. Oh man. But yes, no. Okay. We have to mention this. A friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours, and he keeps on telling me every time we shout him out on the podcast, he loves it. Andrew Moffat, a good friend of ours.
Yes.
Dude, he is... I know we were talking about this a little bit before the podcast, but so Andrew is the friend of ours that he works with Uber Eats, and he says he's been listening to our podcast.
Yes.
He is officially caught up. It's only been like 2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
And he is officially caught up with all 67 episodes of this dang podcast.
Yeah, he's been just
cooking
absolutely tearing through these things.
And he's been messaging me, and I'm like, dude, are you like okay? Like, do I owe you money? Like, do I have to pay for your therapy now? I mean, like, dude, that's a lot of Canaan and Huber to take in at one time.
It really is, dude. It's crazy.
Cause like, dude, after like, I mean, you're a good friend of mine, Huber, and I love you. But as soon as we're done with this podcast, I'm like, all right, I don't need to talk to Huber.
It's like, all right, guys, see you soon.
I'll talk to you next week. I don't need to talk to you.
Yeah.
Until we record next, cause boy, like, I don't know how he did it. I feel like we should. I'm gonna order Uber Eats, hope I get him, and then I'm gonna like just go like, thank you, buddy.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
Well, he keeps on telling us to order Uber Eats, but we're like, we can't specify a driver. Like,
yeah, I wish you could, but you can't.
But that would be stupid. Why would you specialize I want my food to be delivered by this guy.
This specific man.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's true.
Yes. Yeah, no, but my week's been same old same. I've been doing double work trying to prep for my week off.
Yeah,
that'll happen. I'm tired as always. But I'm not going to bed early as always. Like it's a horrible cycle of things. Horrible cycle.
It is. It's the cycle that'll plague us forever. But
well, you've been staying up more later than usual for your usual at least lately.
I regret it because
I keep on like I'll be on and I'll be playing a game or something. And I'll look on Discord, and like you and Noah are playing Destiny. I've seen you guys playing Dead by Daylight. Like, and I'm like, dude, and it's like 12:30 or 1, and I'm like, this is late for these two. Like, Noah's the old man that's like, at 10 o'clock, he's like, all right, it's bedtime for me. And then you're the same way to an extent. But I'm like, what are these two fools doing?
It's been staying up a lot later for sure. It's weird. It's like, what is it? It's like, I know I shouldn't stay up later because I'm gonna just I'm gonna regret it wholeheartedly. Like,
oh yeah. See, you just need to. Yeah.
It's just I don't have it. You know. Well. Okay. If I get off on a normal 4:30, I think, I have so much to explain.
Go on.
I get off at 4:30, right?
Well, that's a lot of masturbation.
To get home. Yes, of course. Yes. It takes me, 30 minutes to get home, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I get home around 5, right? So then maybe I'll sit with my family maybe like 10, 15 minutes, okay? So it's maybe 5:15, maybe 5:20. And then I go upstairs, kind of chill for a second, and then I take a shower.
Mm-hmm.
And all this basically leads up until 6. So now it's 6, right? But around that time, I had to cook dinner or dinner's being cooked. And around 6:30 to 8. So then around 7-ish, I'll be done with dinner. So then now it's 7, and now I only have like 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of I want to get in more time because I wasn't able to before.
Hey, dude,
So
why? I'm telling you, what you're doing right now is like the early stages of me evolving into what I am today. Like, 'cause that's the thing. Like, during the day, and people ask me why I stay up late all the time. It's because during the day, I'm always scavenging for time. I'm always like, my work schedule isn't as strict as yours, but like, when during the daytime, people are asking me to do things, I'm doing something for someone, most likely, or I'm doing that, and maybe I'll catch some free time during the day. After everyone goes to bed, I can do Canaan time.
Right.
Now, Canaan time, it's gotten really bad lately. Canaan time has been stretching to like 5 in the morning recently.
Oh my gosh.
And the last 2 days, I've had to wake up at... Yesterday I had to wake up at 7, and today I had to wake up at 8. So I am... I am dead.
Yeah,
But...
I'd imagine, bro.
But, dude, that Canaan time, though, like, that post... It's really relaxed. Like, it's a lifestyle choice I have made, but... And it's a horrible one, and the reason I'm doing it now is because I know I won't be able to do it later.
It's true.
Very true, because I know once I hit 22, because I'm dying young, baby. Once I hit 22, I'm going to bed at 5, eating dinner at 4.
That's basically how it is now, dude. For me, at least.
I've been... Thankfully, I hate eating dinner early only because then when I'm staying up late, I feel hungry and I want to eat later. So, like, if I eat at the typical time of, like, 6 or 7, around 12 or 1, I'm going to want to eat again. So that's why my dinner has been pushed back. Like, I'm eating dinner at, like, 8:30 or 9. Because it's just... It's my whole schedule's shifting. Just...
Oh, I feel that.
Yeah, breakfast is out of the question 9 times out of 10.
Breakfast just doesn't exist.
Lunch is at like 1 or 2, and then dinner's at like 8 or 9, and then bedtime's at 5 a.m. It's just it's weird. Yes, I mentioned I was gonna tell you something before we started, but I said I'd save it for the podcast. What I'm about to say, I know exactly what's going to happen now.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. So, it was on sale. I finally ended up picking up Dead by Daylight, which I know means you're never going to play Dead by Daylight again.
No, it's an active game we play.
It's good. So I finally picked up Dead by Daylight because it's having a free weekend right now, but then it's also for sale for like $8.
Yeah,
it's like $7. And so I was like, I'll get this. And I really need to stop because I've made this joke earlier on the podcast a couple episodes back. I'm always like, I'm looking for new games.
I'm looking for new games. Entire library full
of untouched games. Like, let me tell you. So this is the worst of it right now. I literally bought an RPG that I wasn't planning on buying for a long time from now. I was waiting to like clear out some of my back catalog. I bought it because it was on sale for $20, and now I have not touched it, and I know I'm not going to touch it until like December. And it's on my Switch. I know it's going to stay there on my Switch until I end up finishing. Golly, and
you just remembered something else.
No, I just got a flash of all the games I have to finish. Oh no, because I have to finish Fire Emblem Three Houses. That's the current one I'm working on.
Right.
The game Firewatch, which I've wanted to play. It's a short game, but it was on sale for like $4. Gotta finish that. And I've decided that before I finish Xenoblade Chronicles 2, a game I bought 2.5 years ago now. Actually, no. 2 years ago. A game I bought 2 years ago. I have not finished it, and I am refusing to finish it because the game I bought 2 years ago was a sequel to a game that I never played. And that game just recently got released on Switch. So I have to play the first game all the way through, and then I'll finish the second game. And then I have to finish the RPG I just bought. Then I have to finish the sequel to that RPG that I've had for, again, about 1.5 years now.
Yeah, those
RPGs and JRPGs especially, because that's what those 4 games I just mentioned, Xenoblade Chronicles 1, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and then the 2 other games, they're all JRPGs, upwards of 60 hours each. And then I'm playing Fire Emblem Three Houses, which isn't a JRPG, but it's like close enough, and it's again like 40 something hours, and I'm like, ugh.
It's still a fairly long time, yeah.
That's a long. Let's do a quick calculator. Let's see. So we have 40 hours plus 60 plus 90, and then let's just say those games are 60 each. That's 310 hours of games. And let's say I want to get that done. How many days are left in the year? I'll Google it real quick. How many days are left in 2020? How many days are left in 2020? 193 days. So that equals out that I would have to play 1.5 hours of those games every day for the rest of the year. Which doesn't sound that bad, honestly.
1.5 hours, no. You just have to find time and dedicate.
But that's the thing.
That's the thing, though. You know, you're right.
You're scavenging for time most of the time. You're looking for that moment of freedom that you're like, oh, I don't have to do this anymore. I can. That's why I stay up late. Like it's.
Yeah, bro.
But and also the new Pokemon DLC came out, and I've been playing that recently. Ugh, and
that's
then
right. The DLC came out.
Yeah, Isle of Armor came out. And then of course I'm still playing my Overwatch weeklies. So if I solely focused on those 4 games, I could finish it before the year was over. But oh wait, no, that doesn't even include Fire Emblem. Hold on. I've done about. Hold on. Let me add. I'm just gonna rough estimate like. I'm going to say I have 40 more hours of that game. Let's say that. Because I'm playing it kind of slow. And then if I divide that by 100. So I have to play 2 hours, essentially, a day. 2 hours a day for the rest of the year. Which, again, that's insultingly low. Like, gamer time.
But gamer time, yeah.
But what's funny about... I'm not sure if you're like this. When it comes to gaming in particular, and only gaming, I'm finding a hard time focusing on one game for such a long time. And it's only as I've gotten older, because when I was younger, I used to be able to play one game ad nauseum until I beat it, or until I was happy with myself.
Right.
But I'm at a point right now where I'm just like playing like 12 games. I'm a game whore right now.
You're playing multiple games at the same time.
I'm whoring myself out. Like, and I'm still playing Animal Crossing every day.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, well, let's think.
Debt?
I'm only 1.5 million bells in debt now. I've cleared off $1 million of debt. I almost lost a lot of money on turnips this week, but my sister has the game now, and her island was selling turnips for double the price I paid for them.
Nice.
So I went over to her island and sold all my. It was so the stores, as I said, as I've mentioned before, Animal Crossing's a real time clock. Like right now, it is 4:08 in my Animal Crossing world.
Right.
So the store that you can sell your turnips to closes at 10 p.m. And my sister is away from. My sister's not home. She's just out at a friend's house, and she sends me a picture of the price of the turnips, and it is like 10:45. Well, no, 9:45. Store closes in 15 minutes, and I said, Kinsley, open up your island as fast as humanly possible. She's like, I'm not connected to Wi-Fi. And I'm like, well, you better find some flipping Wi-Fi real fast. I legit sold my turnips like with 2 minutes to spare. She opened up her island, and of course it's loading, and then does the whole cinematic of like, welcome to so-and-so's island. And I'm like, land this plane! I got a bag full of turnips I gotta sell. Ran over and sold them all off and got some cash money, and then paid off some debt. And then I forgot to buy turnips this morning, so...
Oh, okay.
I know. I legit was like going about my day, and I look at my watch, and it's like 12:05, and I'm like, oh, well, turnips are not for sale anymore.
And there goes the turnips.
I was like, there goes my turnip money. So, yes, I am a depresso espresso, but don't worry, I'm just gonna jump, like, legit, the last couple days, I've been switching between Animal Crossing, Overwatch on PC and console. I've been playing through some old 360 games.
Oh my!
Because my brother got a new he ordered a new 360 because our old one broke, and then and so he got a new 360. So just through nostalgia, I've been playing through a bunch of old, crappy 360 games I've owned.
Okay.
So I've been playing through those. And then I'm playing too many games, and then I'm depressed.
You're playing game after game.
I'm playing game after game while also binging everything.
It's the time to do it.
I know, but like we made the joke. I know you and I've mentioned this. You and I both wish like the world would just pause for a second. Which is what some people say, like, well, the quarantine's essentially a pause. I'm like, no, it's not really. It's just it's just normal life with a little more free time and a lot more inconvenience. That's what it is. Like,
it's true.
Yeah, that's the honest truth. Like, for example, I needed a cable the other day. I can't get into Best Buy because they're not letting anyone in. You have to make an appointment with a specialist at a certain time to go in, and that person will take you directly to where you need to go, grab the item, and then you pay for it, and then you leave. And I'm like, so I had to just order the cable on Amazon. I was like, I don't have time to schedule an appointment to go to Best Buy. I was just hoping that I was driving by Best Buy. I was hoping I could just swing in and grab the cable I need, but no. It's a massive yeah. And then things are spiking back up. The corona numbers are spiking again. Wonder why?
I mean,
and
no surprise.
Well, it's funny. So a lot. The scary thing is a lot more people that I personally know. Not people I've had contact with, but people I've like almost had contact with or I've personally known have come down, like tested positive for the COVID.
Okay.
A lot more people I personally know, like, because before it was only like one person I knew that had it, but now like I know about a handful of people that have it, and and everyone's telling me like, hey Canaan, you should get tested. I'm like, dude, I'm getting tested when I come back from vacation. Listen, I get 1 week off
once a year,
and I am gonna go down I'm gonna have vacation and then I'll get tested. and I know that's like the worst thing possible, but boy, if you knew no, I'm I'm gonna enjoy myself for 1 week, and then I'll get an extra 2 weeks off due to the COVID.
Yeah. You wait until
and wait till I come back.
Until you come back, and
then I tell work that I'm like, yo, if I am positive, I just tell work. My work, I'm like, yo, it is literally unsafe for me to come to work right now.
Yeah, guys, I gotta stay home for 2 weeks.
And that's when I finally finish all my games.
Yes.
This is what we call in the industry a big brain moves, or a gamer move.
A gamer move, yes, indeed.
Yeah, the Vsauce meme. This is what we call a gamer move. Oh boy, yeah. What games have you been playing? I know you've been playing Destiny and Dead by Daylight, but what else? Is that all you've been playing?
No, and then I started playing Fortnite again because the new season came out.
And I'm gonna end this call. I honestly could have, because it wouldn't have messed anything up recording wise. I could have just got like balloon.
That's true, actually.
And then I could have joined back. Yeah, I could have, but it's too late now, and I've. But so you've been playing Fortnite again?
Yeah, it's they flooded the map.
They flooded the map.
Yeah, so the map's basically flooded. A lot of the places you land are either underwater, a little bit, or a lot.
Okay, I'm looking at like a map of it. It's just sort of like islands now, like mini islands.
Basically, it's at first I didn't like it. But I think it's pretty okay now. I don't think there's any issue with it.
So the question is there more boats now, or?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of boats. They still have helicopters. There's sharks in the game now, and you can ride the shark if you have a fishing rod, and you can hook it and ride it.
So it flooded during season 2. It looks like season 2 was
season 3.
Wait.
Well, okay, so there was an event. They always have live events.
Okay, that's what I'm seeing, because I'm seeing like season 2 and it's event. Okay, it's an event. Because I was about to say, I'm like, aren't they doing like a Aquaman deal or something like that? And there's like they're releasing Aquaman as a playable.
Oh yeah,
skin.
They did, bro.
Yeah, because I hate when new Fortnite season updates or stuff like that happens, because it gets pushed to anyone who is who Google will classify as a gamer, like anyone who's looked at a video game once.
Mm-hmm.
And as someone who like doesn't like Fortnite, I just get like tons of banners and like logos and just like season 3 of Fortnite, and it's like now with Aquaman, and I'm like and I'm like,
wait a minute.
I'm like, wait, stop.
I don't want this, please.
I don't want this. Yeah. Oh wait, my brain was thinking. Oh yeah, what else have you been playing? So you're currently whoring out to 3 games, which is.
Yes.
But is there any other games you're whoring out to?
I don't believe so. So I mean,
so you're only like a
Fortnite, Dead by Daylight, and Destiny. Those are the 3 I'm playing right now.
See, yeah, I'm playing.
Yeah,
I'm playing too many. Like when I say I'm whoring out, like let me just hold on. Let me take a deep breath in, deep breath out, so I can explain what all I've been whoring out to. So on my PC, predominantly all I've been playing is Overwatch. That's all I've been playing on my PC as of recently.
Sure.
My Switch, on the other hand, I've been playing Animal Crossing, Firewatch, Overwatch, Pokemon Sword, the new DLC, My Hero 1 Justice 2, the fighting game, playing Little Rocket League, and Wonderful 101.
Okay.
I've been playing all those games, like in just going like down the list, like play this, play that, play this, play that. Golly, like, it's not a healthy thing right now.
Yeah, man, you gotta stay loyal.
Gotta stay loyal. I need to find a good Oh, and then also Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I forgot to mention that one. That one, I haven't played that one in a while, so it's a little further down. But yeah, no, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Yeah, like I just need to find a good, responsible employed game, a caring employed game that loves me for who I am, which I thought was Fire Emblem Three Houses, and because I played it a lot when I first got it. But then I got a booty call from what was the first game that I got a booty call from the My Hero fighting game, and I kind of kind of snuck over to his house for a night.
Yeah.
I'm whoring myself out. Don't know why I made the game personification a guy.
I didn't notice that, but you did, yeah.
I did notice that because I said it, and I'm like, why did I make it a... Yeah, no, yeah. I am... Yeah, that's it. This is how I announce I am gay for games.
Gay for games.
Yeah, right. I am gay for games. Yeah. You know what? There's our title, Gay for Games, and I'm
boom.
And I'm actually gonna type every time we mention like a title for it. I never remember it when we finish recording, so I always have to like scrub through and wait for it. You know, there we go. I'm just gonna send it in the chat, Gay for Games, so I remember Gay for Games. Speaking of games that I've been gay for recently, so I've been enjoying the new Pokemon DLC, having a lot of fun with that. Because it just adds more Pokemon for me to catch, and
this is correct.
And I mean, like, I love Pokemon Sword and Shield. I put over 100 hours into that game, and I'm like, oh man, I love it. I love this game. It's fantastic. And so I of course I bought the season pass, and it was so funny because the reviews for the DLC are pretty positive overall. Most people like it. One great thing is that the DLC island they take you to is it is all wild area. Like there's no towns or anything. It's just a big open area that you can explore with all the Pokemon and stuff like that. A lot of fun. Loving that. But I saw this one review of the game, and it wasn't even like an official review. It was like someone's Instagram review of the game. It's someone I follow. Like I have a nerd account on Instagram that I just kind of follow, like all these like either of course big name news stuff, but then also like some smaller people that I just kind of like, oh yeah, this one guy's Instagram review for it. And hold on, I'm gonna pull it up because it was so funny to me. It was so funny because the DLC is not that long. Like if you just do the story aspect of it, it does not take long at all. Like I haven't finished it yet, but you can probably pound out the story like very quickly. Who was it that review was? But of course the fun of it comes from the completionist stuff.
Sure.
Like they're catching all the new Pokemon in this region. I don't remember what they called it. But yeah, get finding all the new Pokemon, and then also there are 151 based on the like as a fun nod to the original 151 Pokemon. There's 151 151 Diglets hiding around. Okay. And you can find all those Diglets, have fun. All right, here we go. Here's the guy's review. So, in just one day, I pretty much beat the Isle of Armor, so I think I'm ready to review it. Immediately, I noticed how large the island is. I noticed how large the island itself is. There are so many areas to explore, and I even got lost a couple times, which is a good thing. But as I progressed, my enjoyment dwindled. In terms of content, you're given a small story at a dojo, roughly 2 hours long, which it's longer than 2 hours, but sure. 2 new Galarian forms, technically 7 Gigantamax forms, a couple returning Pokemon, and by that he means like 100, so returning Pokemon, and the Kubfu line. In other words, there's actually nothing new. Everything was already revealed the first time that this expansion was ever even mentioned. So, is it worth the $15 they're charging? No, absolutely not. Maybe $10 at most. But I'd rather get an amiibo than this expansion.
Oof.
I just love is it worth the $15? No. $10 maybe. Like that $5 is the breaking point for him. That's the last straw. Like, what?
It do be like that, you know.
But no, I actually really like the DLC. It's a ton of fun. Cub Fu is adorable. Also, they added that in the wild area, your leading Pokemon walks around and follows you now, which is fun. But I enjoy it. He is right that there's like not a ton of content, but we already kind of knew that.
Right.
Because they kind of mentioned that this expansion was smaller, and then the Crown Tundra, which comes out later this year, is the big one. Because that's the one where they release every legendary Pokemon, and Noah Davis and I are going to lock ourselves in a room and catch them all.
Catch them all, you and me.
I know it's our destiny. You teach me. Boom. And this is when we announced that the podcast is over. We're going to start doing music. We're going to Scatterpot
Music
Records. No, Scatterpot Records. Yeah, Scatterpot Records. That's the name of our record company. And then the band name is Scatty and the Scat Boys.
Scatty and the Scat Boys, okay.
And Scatty is the name of the laptop that we just hit play on.
This is Scatty's track.
This is something Scatty came up with. Just Spotify. We just started playing. And then you and I, but it's only Pokemon. It's only Pokemon. The only song we do is the Pokemon opening. We do it on repeat. And that's our entire concert. People come out from next door. Ow! Holy crap! Ooh, that hurt. Like a.
That feel good. Yeah.
I need a second.
You need a second? All right. Go ahead.
Say something while I deal with this pain.
Say something, I've been upon you.
Scatty record. Scatty and the Scat Boys coming.
Scatty and the Scat Boys.
Holy. Ow. Holy crap.
You know what they say.
The bigger.
Canaan is seething in pain right now. It really do be like that.
I cannot express to you. Like, it's not the worst pain I've ever felt, but boy, is it up there.
Did you fart?
No. Yeah, no, that was from a fart. No, what it is, so this is kind of disgusting, but it's truth, so I have to, I'll say it. So I didn't realize this, but my left foot, my big toe, the toenail was growing into my toe. Because the thing is, I trim my toenails, but like, this is mainly for all my fat feet gang, all my people with fat feet. You know how like your big toe sort of has like this, like there's your toe bit, and then your skin kind of like comes up above the toe a little bit.
Sure.
Toenail. So what I wasn't realizing is when I was trimming it, I wasn't getting the absolute corner of it. So this one corner kept growing into my toe.
Right.
Making my toe super sensitive.
Right.
And I just thought my toe was acting up. I didn't notice it until yesterday. I was looking at my toe and I'm like, that looks infected. That does not look right. So of course I take a look at it, realize the toenail's in there, break that toenail, just tons of disgusting stuff just flew out of it. And I'm like, huh.
Nice.
And so my toe has been like really sensitive the last couple days, and I just nailed my big toe on the metal frame of my desk, and it just sent shocks up my whole body. Because like when I say it's been sensitive, like I've like it just like it taps it, and you're like, oh, that's super sensitive right now. Like it didn't hurt because it was just a tap, but you're like, wow, I felt that, and I just nailed my big toe. Boom. Like,
yeah, that's happened to me.
Like it would have hurt if it wasn't sensitive. Oh, yeah. But because it's sensitive, it just Oh boy, I'm gonna need to take a nap after. I'm gonna need to lie down and recover after. I need to recover after this.
Recovery mode.
Your Canaan has booted into recovery mode.
Speaking of recovery mode,
your desktop's broken.
Guess who recovered the other day?
Who recovered?
It's a she, so I'll give you a second.
Who recovered? Do I personally know this person?
No.
Do I know? Okay. I know where this is going.
What?
Get all your simps ready, boys, because Belle Delphine is back, baby.
Yeah.
I was like, who could? I'm like, oh, it has to be Belle.
Belle Delphine.
She's coming back she's bringing back bathwater. She better. Well, actually, maybe bathwater is not what the country needs right now.
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean, I know correlation doesn't equal causation, but she sells her bathwater. People start drinking the bathwater as a meme, and the world goes into a pandemic.
And now we have a pandemic.
Not saying correlation equals causation, but
Very suspicious.
Yes, no, but yeah, she's back.
She is back.
That's weird. It is funny because literally, like, I didn't watch it, but I was literally recommended a video like a week and a half ago or something like that. That was like, what happened to Belle Delphine? I was recommended a video like that. I'm like, that's stupid.
I watched that.
Did you?
Yeah.
What did it say?
I think she didn't get arrested, but basically.
What? Wait, what?
Well, no, she didn't get arrested.
I know, but like that's not how you should start any conversation.
Well,
because I have no idea what happened to Belle. Like I never kept up with her.
She got canceled on Instagram. And,
I knew about
Twitter,
that. She got banned. Her account got deleted for sexual nature. I forget. Yeah,
something like that. And then she basically just laid low for a little bit. I said she didn't get arrested because a lot of people said she did, but she didn't.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like she didn't get arrested, but she was caught. Like I thought there was a but to that statement.
But
because most of Belle Delphine's stuff has butts to it.
But
golly, dude, it's man, the world. I don't. What do people actually unironically like her?
I think so. Yeah.
Really?
From what I've seen,
oh, I gotta look this up. Do people like Belle blah 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 blah?
People. Yeah, I think so.
Do people like Belle Delphine? Well, there's a Reddit thread called "Unpopular Opinion." I don't understand why Belle Delphine is what people like her so much.
Have you seen her with her makeup?
No.
She is ugly, bro.
Really? Well, I'll look that up after this. But okay, this is funny. So this guy on r/unpopular opinion says, I don't understand why people like Belle Delphine so much. And then he kind of says that she's cringy, she's not really that hot, she seems fake, and just sort of all this stuff.
Right.
And then a guy commented, it's like, let me explain to you very simple. 3 reasons why people like her. She's attractive. 2, she's attractive. And 3, she does sexual stuff people are into.
That's true.
Besides that, she's a typical e-ho that sells overpriced porn while thinking it's some form of art. All right, so let me look up Belle Delphine without makeup. Let's see. Without makeup. Are you talking about the mugshot looking one?
Yeah, kind of. I think.
It's not terrible. Considering where I'm at in my life, not horrible.
Let me.
But
see if
it's definitely weird. Yeah, it's definitely much different from the persona of her. But wait, this mugshot's not even real though, right?
I'm looking for the.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, Huber. He said she wasn't arrested, but when I looked up her without makeup, first thing that comes up is like a mugshot.
Okay. So you look at Bella Delphine, no makeup, right?
Yeah, Belle Delphine. Yep.
Okay. First picture is like.
Sort of an Instagram picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the right one was her tongue out, right?
Yes.
And the one right next to that is like the diva, and something else.
Yes, Diva and her in like hippie wear.
Yeah. And then the one next to her, that's not her, but the one after that is her.
Okay, I think our pages are different because when you said the one after that, it's like a mugshot Belle Delphine. Like, hold on, just share your screen. Share your screen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me just share my screen.
Yeah. Let me. Ah, yes, the Infinite Abyss. Yeah. Is that her?
Mm-hmm. This is her.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
See,
people don't care.
See, yeah, I didn't see that one. I'm seeing like, I see it now, but like,
right.
Yeah, I wasn't seeing those pictures. I was seeing sort of like, still like the. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know what I was seeing. Golly, I hate. The further I scroll down, the more cringy stuff I find.
Right.
Like, hold on, I'll share my screen to show you what I'm currently looking at. And it here's the thing. I am a degenerate.
All right.
But there are certain things that I can't stand. I don't understand how people like it, okay?
Right.
And one of them is this stuff. Like, I don't get this.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Like, I don't get what people like. Like the real life Ahakeu faces. I'm not a fan of that. I've always hated that. And people are like, "Oh man, that's so cute," and I'm like, "No, it's just."
So no, not really, man. You know.
Because like, wait, hold on, wait. I just saw another one. Yeah, like there's like that. Like, I don't understand why people like it so much. It's just this. It just makes me uncomfortable.
Oh, I understand.
And I'm still scrolling. Just
still going and going and going.
And it's just cringe. Like look at this.
Yeah, people like that.
I don't get it. I'm trying to
as they say, it do be like that.
It is what it is. What is this?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Good to see that. Just imagine. I always wonder for people who are e-hoes like this, what their parents must think.
We gotta hope your parents don't see.
There's no way if you're this popular that your parents don't see.
Oh, I'm sure they know, but
yeah, but like, what do your parents think? Like, are they proud of you that you made your own quote unquote and make these quotes like ginormous quotes business?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know, Hubert. If either of us, if years down the line, if any of our daughters become e-hosts, we have to do a special episode of the podcast, just talking about how we feel about our e-ho daughter, and then how we're gonna just lock her away in a room and not let her outside ever.
Basically, yeah. I'm not leaving the room, not leaving the house, nothing.
You're not. See, the thing is that I'm afraid for any of my children because so like here's the thing. You can have I am a mixture of diabolical but also being capable enough to pull off any of those dumb ideas. So like, for example, like my parents would be like, oh, they always talked about when I was younger, we're going to look up to find a way to like block the internet, certain websites and stuff like that, or we're going to find a way to track all this and all that, and they didn't know how to do it. I could do that stuff.
Right.
Like I need to, before I have kids, someone needs to hit me in the head really hard and hope that I forget everything I know about technology. Cuz Because if I continue on with all my knowledge of technology, I will be an unstoppable force that I will hate.
Yeah, kids. Well, kids are crafty though, so.
Yeah, but I'm craftier. I know for a fact, I'm fairly confident of this, my kids are going to be dumb.
All right.
My kids are going to be incredibly stupid, and they're going to want to... We always joke in my household that my kids are going to be hyper athletes that are idiots and have no care for technology whatsoever. And then Caleb's family, my brother's kids, are going to be rocket scientists. We always joke that that's going to be the case. It's going to be my kids are going to just be like, I want to play football, or I want to play... What sports do women want to play?
Volleyball, tennis.
I want to... Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, it's just... They're going to want to play sports, and then when it comes to technology, they're going to be, I don't care. And I'm going to be sitting there with, like... I'm going to force them to build a PC one day just so I can, like, walk them through it. Like, here's how you build a PC, kids. And then they're like, ugh.
I'm like, Dad, we don't care.
Dad, we don't care. And then meanwhile, Caleb is just... he's like, kid, you want to go out and play catch? And they're like, no. Just, okay.
It's like, okay, sure.
Okay, yeah, that's a joke. Also, this cannot go unmentioned. Huber, you changed your avatar on Discord again. And
yes, I did.
Granted, I wholeheartedly, again, I said I was a degenerate. I wholeheartedly agree with your
ideology. Yes.
With your religion.
Yes.
For all of you, because none of you can see it, it's a classic image of a animated character. You cannot see a face, so you cannot identify the character, but why don't you describe it? I feel I don't want to. Yeah, you describe.
Thick thighs save lives.
What's on the icon? Thick thighs save lives is the catchphrase, but what's the image?
It is a anime chick with what appears to be thigh highs.
Mm-hmm.
And then looks like some crap they do in Japan where they have their stupid little gym outfit things.
Yeah, I was about to say, we'll only be a degenerate to the other degenerates. She's basically wearing the classic female gym outfit in anime. And if you got that reference, you're just as bad as us.
Indeed.
Indeed. That's the...
Indeed.
Oh, man. Speaking... Oh, gosh. So I finally got... Not... So I've been trying to get a couple different people to watch different animes, of course. And I've been trying many different times. A good friend of mine that you don't know, he's a fan of this podcast. He's finally started watching an anime I've recommended to him, so I'm like, thank the Lord. But in other news, Sam Dean has still not watched a single episode of My Hero.
That's not surprising.
Not surprising. And I was about to message him today, but then I saw on his Instagram story that he's currently at the beach with his girlfriend, and I'm like, I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to bug him during this time, but as soon as I know he's back, I'm going to be like, yo, bro.
Yo. You already know what time it is.
Because what has it been? It's been... I recommended the show to Sam back when season 2 was starting, so that's 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And then I gave him the DVD back in March, so that's like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey. Thanks, Sam. If only you listened to this podcast, you'd know how much I hate the fact you haven't watched a single episode of a really good show, and it's kind of infuriating. Let's move into our closing segments. Huber, what is the fun fact of the day while I look up some news-related stuff?
Everybody hates Last of Us too.
Dude, okay, so I was actually dang it, yeah, I was gonna be my news story is the last just well, so like here's the thing. A lot of proper reviews have been like actual review sources are 10 out of 10. And then a lot of the hatred are fans who... So, I know why everyone hates the game. And that's because the leaks happened a while ago, and it's not that leaks happened and it spoiled the game. It spoiled the game, and then you're like, really? Sort of deal.
Right.
That's the thing. And I know what they are, and I looked it up afterwards, like how true were the leaks, and then they were like pretty much everything on the leaks was true. There's one thing in the leaks that was not true, but it was like the sexuality of a character. and that's the only thing wrong. And it's like this, like, well, the leaks weren't entirely true. Get out. I'm recording.
I was like, well, why'd you just stop talking? I was like, what the crap?
Caleb just walked in. I was like,
did you expect me to say something there?
No. But yeah, so like, it's like because all the review things I saw, it's like, if you saw the leaks of Last of Us Part 2, you'd be surprised that not everything you read was true. And then I'm like, wait a minute, because I read up on what was true of the leaks. Because I'm going to be honest, hot take, I wasn't a huge fan of Last of Us Part 1. Wasn't a huge fan of that game.
Mm-hmm.
I understand why people like it. Just when I played that game eventually, it was under the influence that everyone was like, it's the greatest game of all time.
So I heard.
And it's a good game. I'm not gonna lie though, the combat is jank as crap, and it's not fun.
Okay.
And then the story, and it might just because I'm way sick and tired of like the infected world storyline. Mm-hmm. So any story that takes place in an infected world, I'm like, no, I'm done. I don't want to.
No, thank you.
No thanks. And like it is, I'll give it this. I love Joel and Ellie, the two main characters of Last of Us Part 1. They are amazing, and they're very interesting characters from a story perspective. But it just never grabbed me like it did everyone else.
Right.
So I didn't really care. And when I saw the leaks for Last of Us Part 2, I read it, and like, let me tell you, as someone who's not even a huge fan of the game, I was pissed off with what they did with the story, with the leaks.
Yeah, I heard exactly what happened.
Oh, you know as well.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Okay. I then let's still not say it just for anyone who's listening to this that might care. But yeah, so you know exactly what. Yeah, and all of that part, Huber, it's true. The only other thing I saw is that apparently, where it says the story ends in the leaks, there's a little bit more past that, but it doesn't change the stupid part of it. Like, people weren't complaining that the game ended there. They're complaining about what happened.
Right.
Yeah, so Last of Us Part 2, I mean, no doubt it's a beautiful game, and it is probably a really fun game to play, but boy, I'm not gun-ho about it, and a lot of people aren't gun-ho about it.
This is true.
Oh, wait. Okay, something that was really curious to me. So, Huber, the thing that everyone hated from the leaks that you know explicitly, that happens apparently about halfway through the game.
Correct.
And then, of course, the thing that they mentioned happens afterwards, the shift in perspective, per se.
Mm-hmm.
That happens. What's so funny, though, is that IGN released a video of how long it took to beat, each person on staff took to beat the game. And I was curious. I'm always curious with a story-based game. I'm like, maybe someday I'll pick it up. Maybe I'll pick it up one day, and maybe I'll play it if it's short enough. And I was watching, and everyone said the same thing practically. It was so baffling to me, and I could not believe it. Because, like, even if you hadn't read the spoilers, you'd be like, what happens halfway through the game? Because legit, it said this. Everyone was like, when I first started the game, I was very in-depth into the collectibles, collecting every special item I could find. Until about halfway through the game, I stopped doing that and just continued pushing the story forward. Everyone, you need to watch that video. It is kind of funny because everyone's just kind of like, around the halfway point, I started just pushing through the story and didn't worry about collectibles as much.
Yeah, I don't
and
understand.
and
like
it's
people
just,
who collect collectibles before. I mean, you should just focus on the story first.
well, so I as someone who is sort of a collector kind of guy, like I like to do that. Typically, I will try to go for most collectibles unless it starts becoming distracting from the story, if that makes sense. Like if I'm in a room that is story relevant and there's a bunch of items in there, I will grab all those and move on to the next point. But if I'm ever going out of my way to grab a collectible, I don't do that. I'll just grab that later. But it was just kind of funny because the video, I'm watching it and roughly the game takes about like 25 hours is what the average probably was.
Okay.
And it was just funny to me because they were just like, yeah, around the halfway point, I stopped worrying about collectibles and I kind of pushed forward with the story. And I'm like, and then considering what I knew about the leaks, and I'm like, so does that mean like you really wanted to know what happened next, or did you just want the game to be over? Because
both.
I was like, that's the thing. Like, so I'm curious. And then, did you see the IGN Japan review for the game?
Yeah, they basically
they
gave it a 7.
They get a 7 out of 10, which seems more reasonable. Like, I mean, because a lot of reviews I saw said the gameplay is fantastic this time around and it's a lot of fun to play, but the story is the story, and some people are like, oh, the story's beautiful, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Would watch again.
But then Japan IGN was like, it's not. It's like the story isn't as strong as the first one, and then they keep on trying to make you care about new characters that you just don't really care about, and it's just like, fair enough. I'm delaying because I can't find any weird news articles, but I'm not giving up. Wait, accused of. Okay, here's one. Florida man with machete face tattoo accused of machete attack. So, okay,
False.
hold on.
False.
Hold on. I'll share my screen just so you can see this tattoo.
I don't believe it.
He has a machete underneath, a crummy-looking machete underneath his eye. It's like,
yeah, it looks like it.
It doesn't fit right. All right, so let's read. All right, the Hernando County Sheriff's Office released the arrest photo and report of a man charged in a machete attack that took place on Saturday. Oh wow, this is like news. Though Orlando Weekly usually declines to publish mugshots of people who have been arrested, the booking photo of 25-year-old defendant Justin Arthur Allen Couch, that's a name and a half. Just that's 3 first names and then Couch. Justin Arthur Allen Couch reveals that a machete is tattooed prominently on his face. Police said in the post that Couch was attending a gathering in the victim's residence on Monday afternoon. Then, when he confronted the victim and he returned home, the 2 men stepped outside and witnesses told police that Couch produced a machete and approached the victim in an aggressive manner, telling the victim to leave his own home and his wallet and cell phone inside. There's nothing here for you. Leave, Couch told the victim, according to the police report. When the victim tried to get back inside anyway, he says Couch began hitting him. Hold on. It says accused, though. That's what I'm trying to find. Where does it mention the victim is currently unable to use? Okay, so it's not he accused. A man with a machete face tattoo attacked another man with a machete. That's less interesting than, man, I thought it was, hey, this dude got attacked by a machete. That dude has a machete tattoo on him. He did it. Yeah, that's... Gosh, I hate
lame.
I know, I hate when headlines are like... I know. See, here... Okay, a little further down. Florida man with machete face tattoo. Well, no, that one also says accused. Come on. This is ridiculous. And all of this news is super serious, involving either Corona or riots. Oh, man, come on. There's got to be like one weird... Here we go. This is what we needed. Thank you. This is the Florida man that we needed. 58-year-old Florida man arrested after purchasing and eating soiled underwear. Police say.
Soiled underwear?
Soiled underwear. Finally, this is the news. This is the news we came for. Yes, and there's articles for another man who. Oh gosh, there's. All right, let's read this. Lakeland, Florida. A Florida man arrested on allegations of possessing and. Oh no!
Just keep on going. It's good.
No,
just keep on going. It's fine.
No,
you can't stop now. You already started the story.
Gosh. The headline dragged me in once again. Florida man arrested on allegations of possessing and distributing child pornography is also accused of ingesting underwear. Investigators learned that Jose Arraza, 58, purchased an 8. Oh, wait, so but whose underwear is it that he purchased and ate?
I don't know.
Azra was buying these and ingesting them. Did you hear me? Judd said he was munching on them. That guy's got problems. Judd revealed that the allegations during the press conference, blah, 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 blah. Judd there's a market out there. What? There's a market out there? You know these kind of things get into soiled underwear. So a guy who did distributed child porn also freaking buys soiled underwear. It doesn't specify what gender the underwear is or what. Okay, this is a quote.
Like that.
Sorry. This is a quote from. Who's Judd? Who is Judd here? I need to find out who Judd is because he's quoting. I think Judd. Okay, Judd seems to be part of the police force. All right. Listen to what all Judd says here. This paragraph is a doozy. There's a market out there, said Judd. You know what kind of things get into soiled underwear, right? Sometimes you think you're passing gas and you're not. You can't trust a fart when you're over 60, but this guy will buy it.
I don't understand.
This guy's like, you know what? When you're 60, when you're as old as I am, you fart. Sometimes there's a little extra, but this guy will buy those underwear right for you. Like, what? Why did he mention this? The world is an interesting place. It is properly messed up.
This is true.
It is. The world is messed up. I mean, accused. See, this was a couple weeks ago, but I'm just going to read the headline for this. I'm not going to click on the article because I'm going to find out that he's like I'm going to find out horrible things about him, but naked Florida man accused of bizarre crime spree that included kissing elderly women.
That's fine.
That's fine. I'm not going to click on the article because it's going to be like, yes, and he would rape them and murder them in cold blood. And I'm like, gosh.
Yeah. That always pulls you in somehow.
I know. They always get you with that headline, and then you click in, and you're just like, and here we go.
And here we go.
And, of course, with the world as it is right now, all the news has been kind of serious. Making my segment on this podcast much harder for weird news.
Indeed.
So we're going to end it with man who would eat soiled underwear.
It's
Purchased.
hot, not gonna lie.
Huber will, if you know us personally, swing on by on Huber's address, which I'm going to say out loud now because I know that, of course, off the top of my head. Go to Huber's house, and he will purchase the underwear right off you.
And
eat it right in front of you.
Yep.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to the Skypub podcast.
Episode 68. Huber, where can
we find the lovelies? The lovelies can watch us. Literally ever except Pandora, right?
Yep.
So, Skypub podcast. Instagram is Scatterpot_podcast, and then YouTube is Scatterpot Productions.
Yeah, and you gotta, and so we'll see you guys next week. We have make sure you listen next week. We have a very special episode of the podcast. I'm trying to get a guest, but that guest has left me on red. So hope you join us for episode 69 of 69 next week. Holy crap. Nice.
Nice.